the settlement rush that's taking place in the West Bank at the moment in the run-up to the Israeli elections, and the rapidly expanding programme of illegal settlements there, and what actually yourself as Minister and the Department are doing in relation to expressing our concerns to the Israeli government.
Thanks, John Corley. I've consistently highlighted the Government's deep concern at the continued expansion of Israeli settlements, which are actively undermining the prospects for a comprehensive peace agreement to end the conflict. I publicly condemned recent Israeli government announcements of further settlement expansion and called for these decisions to be reversed. I repeated these concerns during my visit to Israel and the Palestinian territory last week, most notably in my meeting with Israeli Foreign Minister Lieberman. The visit also allowed me to see on the ground some of the effects of the settlements and the measures taken to support them upon the existing local communities. Ireland has consistently pressed the European Union to focus on settlements as a key element to be addressed if a Middle East peace agreement is to be achieved. We have argued for stronger action on the matter of settlements. This could include both more emphatic public and diplomatic messaging and action on specific aspects of the settlement programme, such as land seizures, evictions, demolitions of Palestinian facilities. The European Union has already taken a number of actions. Most importantly, goods produced in settlements attract a higher import duty than goods from Israel. The goods for Israel or the territory or many other places. EU research grants may not be spent in the settlements. The European Union does not accept Israeli veterinary certification of meat from the settlements. Many European Union members, including Ireland, advise their citizens against investing or buying property in the settlements. The European Union has also been examining the question of labelling of settlement products, and I pressed for that to be advanced and moved forward. I would like the international community, including the European Union, to become more active on the issue of settlements, and I will be pursuing this issue further with the EU High Representative at our next meeting of the Foreign Affairs Council in Brussels.
Deputy Thomas Pringle.
Minister, everybody knows in this country, I think, that the settlements are illegal. They've been condemned by the UN, who said they're in breach of international law. The International Court of Justice has ruled that they're illegal and in breach of the Geneva Conventions. But the situation is that today, I think there's somewhere in the region of about 800,000 Israeli citizens living in illegal settlements in the West Bank and Jerusalem. And I think it's gone too far beyond expressing deep concern and pressing the EU to take action in relation to these settlements. You said that you advised citizens not to invest in the settlements, but we do know that one of our own corporations, CRH, was actively involved in the construction of the apartheid wall in the West Bank. And so I think it's gone beyond the stage where we can advise and express deep concern. I think we need to take more concrete action than that, Minister. And I think that Ireland should take a proactive role in that and take more proactive steps to ensure that the settlements are stopped.
Thank you, Minister.
I certainly would accept that Israeli settlements and their continued expansion and development do constitute a major barrier to peace in the region. Indeed, last week I had the opportunity of visiting land in the Palestinian territory adjacent to land which has been marked out for further settlement. Had the opportunity of engaging with local public representatives in that regard. I have to say that settlements and the related policies in the majority of the West Bank, known as Area C, they do seem designed to drive the Palestinians off the bulk of the land they occupy and to crowd them into cities under the control of the Palestinian Authority. And I believe these procedures are incompatible with what could be described as a genuine commitment to a peaceful and viable two-state solution. And indeed, I also feel that it casts a doubt on the good intentions of any government that pursues them. And I did have the opportunity of saying that directly at a meeting with Foreign Minister Lieberman. In public statements, in September and again at the end of October, I explicitly condemned the Israeli government announcements of further settlement expansion, and I call for these decisions to be reversed.
Thank you, Minister. Welcome back to Deputy Pringle.
Minister, I know you've made public statements calling for them, but that's unfortunately all they have been is public statements. And it's obvious to everybody, I think, that the Israelis have used a softly approach from the international community to continue with the settlement programme and to accelerate it. And they know, because of the attitude of the international community, that by the time they actually get around to doing something, it'll be irreversible. And that is the situation that we're leading to now at the moment. And I think it's time for this government to take a very strong stand and to go further than expressing deep concern and issuing public statements, but actually to institute concrete actions that will affect Israel directly and ensure that this programme is revisited.
Thank you, Minister. To conclude.
Having visited the region last week, certainly brought home to me in a very practical and visible way the impacts of the settlements on the daily lives of the people in the region. And indeed the impact on the prospects for future negotiations and peace. But it's very clear, and here I share what Deputy Pringle has said, it's very clear that only the ending of the occupation will resolve the issues of the settlements and indeed other problems affecting the area. And it's right, therefore, that the European Union's priority is to work for a resumption of direct negotiations to reach a peace agreement. The European Union has made it clear its readiness to give exceptional support to a peace agreement between the parties. It could be physical support, such as a mission. It could be technical assistance. It could be political support. In the meantime, it's essential that Ireland and the European Union retains a strong focus on the practical issues on the ground, especially the policies around settlements in the West Bank, as referred to by the Deputy. And I do believe it's important that this issue continue to attract our ongoing and positive engagement.
Good morning. Deputy Claire Daly has question number 10.
Thanks, Ceann Comhairle.